Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have an Iron Man, the first one in a while, and we have Team 1 N3sh versus Team 2 Big James, and they are playing for $100 per team, so the winning team will win $100, and the losing team is going to lose $100. Make sure to also go ahead and check out the Coliseum Discord, the link down below at the very top of the description, if you want to play in any future Iron Mans or anything like that. And also it's cool because N3sh and James, one of the last times they Iron Man, they did like the big one, like $200 a person. But we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and see N3sh win the rock paper scissors shoot, and then they're gonna decide to go first. 41 versus 40. Opening hand, we got Merely, Rhino, Magma Hut, Kelbeck, and Midoriya. They have Adventure, Map, Duality, Shifter, Took, and oh my gosh. It's just Shifter and then a bunch of engine. That's pretty good. And then alright, they're gonna go ahead, normal summon Rhino, Rhino effect, change Shifter. And then, they're gonna have to go dump from deck, they're gonna dump Havness, and then summon out Midoriya by getting rid of Kelbeck. Okay. And then go for the Babushka, and then pass turn. Draw Empen. So this is like the game plan against Floowandereeze. Like if you get hit with Shifter, just drop this, and a lot of the time they can't do anything to it. Especially if you can have a little bit more setup. Like if you put Elf up here, having it point down, like it's really tough. But they're gonna go Adventure, banish Empen, and then go Search. But who knows? Maybe this Duality will just hit Dark Ruler, and then gain 500 life points. Activate Duality, and then Duality goes through. Okay, not Shifter. Nope. Okay. That, oh my gosh, and the last card was Imperm. I was about to say the Prosperity is already clean. It lets us dig 6 more deep, but we just hit Imperm. Then Imperm this. Also, I wanted to bring this up, because everyone keeps calling Floowandereeze the second best deck, and like, I just don't know how that can be seen as the second best deck. I understand, like, it's done well at a few YCSs, like, it's got second place out of the last, like, 2 out of 3. But the thing is like, the deck gets hurt very bad by Babushka. This isn't everyone's extra deck, right? The deck gets hurt very bad by Zombie World. This is an every tier side deck, correct? Yes. And it's searchable because they can dump it off Beatrice, correct? Yes. So what's the point of playing Floowandereeze? The deck bricks a lot. I don't know. It doesn't have graveyard effects, so the Ishizus can punish it. But activate map, reveal Robin, go banish. But this is like, this game's obviously different. This isn't the norm. They're thinking, yeah, they're gonna go ahead, chain Magma Mutt to banish Shifter in response, and then they're gonna search Statue, and then summon Toucan, and then activate Toucan effect, target Empen, and then chain the Magma Hut. So then they're gonna grab back Empen off the Toucan. Tribute those off for Empen. Empen 1, Robin 2. Grab back Robin, go Surge, go grab the trap card. Grabs Unexplored Winds. Okay. Okay. I was going to say grab the trap, but this is fine. Yeah, I was going to say, because we haven't used Eagle effect yet, so this is going to allow us to actually wipe the field. And if we wipe the field, we know Magma Mutt Search doesn't do anything, because we have Statue. Then they have 2 blanks to play through map into Floowandereeze, Statue there, and Unexplored Winds tributing their stuff. Okay, yeah, I like this play. I like this play. Grab back Toucan and then go Search. Grab Empen. And then just go ahead, tribute off, summon out Empen, and then Empen, not once per turn by the way, go search Dreaming Town, battle phase attack. And then attack. Set the trap card, pass turn, and it's just game. Yeah, Unexplored Winds, put back, draw 1. Sure, draw Ostrich, just trade 1 bird out for another bird, search Druisworm, draw, normal summon Merely effect, and then they're thinking they are going to allow this to go through. They decide to not chain map in response. I'm trying to think, why wouldn't you? I guess like this applies almost no pressure because it's 800 attack. It can't even beat over Statue. So then they have one other card that's real. And you know the N3sh is just almost never doing anything. Even if it hits this, right? It still just doesn't do anything. Unless if there's like, are there just Is there like a good mill? I don't think so, right? Alright, so they main deck Ultimate Slayer. And then new chain link, we're gonna activate Crime, Heartbeat, activate YuGiOh. So Force Mill 5. That's gonna get us more effects. And then, hey, there we go, hit the Mega Monarch. That's a good hit. So we're gonna grab back Crime off Heartbeat, grab back Haveness off Crime, new chain link, Solic effect to go search, grab Rhino. I guess we were just hoping to maybe hit Scream in the Solic or something like that. But even that just definitely doesn't win you the game. Like, you still lose here for sure. And then they're gonna go end of main phase. They say it's fine, and then they scoop. So maybe trying to maybe the reason to not use map, yeah, I don't think you need to, because like Miri effect doesn't matter. Whatever it hits just almost never matters. And then if you do use the effect, you can play in the Talons. And Talons there could punish you. Yeah, if you play in the Talons, Talons can punish you there, I guess. But if you play Apex Avion, which I'm pretty sure they do, then you'd just be able to negate it anyways. But on to the next game, we're going to see N3sh go first. Opening hands, we have Keldo, YuGiOh, Instant Fusion, Rhino, and Terraforming. They have Duality, Map, Shifter, Eagle, Adventure. This just isn't real. It's literally because I brought it up, because that's almost a perfect hand. Okay, it's just not real, okay? Floowandereeze doesn't open like this, alright? Alright? So they're going to go main phase, activate Keldo, discard YuGiOh, summon. And the thing is they still don't auto win off this hand. Isn't that crazy? Like, look how good this hand is. They do not auto win off this hand. They're still like behind, because they still need to see an out to Babushka. So summon, go search for YuGiOh, and then YuGiOh graveyard effect. They're gonna change shifters, so we can see that N3sh is playing a lot of these Shizus deciding to actually play YuGiOh, and then deciding to play not just one of it, but deciding to play at least two of it, probably even three. But YuGiOh effect can activate if we will. YuGiOh effect, try to summon itself out and summon back from the graveyard. In response to the graveyard effect, our opponent's going to chain the D shifter. They get an ostrich banish. That's good for them. It's actually just more engine quicker. And then, that's a little bit bad for them. They're going to lose a couple tiers. And then YuGiOh effect, summon, bring out YuGiOh from the graveyard. Well, it can't bring out YuGiOh from grave, right? You can special summon this card from your hand and summon one level 4 except for YuGiOh. Yeah, so it can't bring out YuGiOh. Nah! There's no way they said sec. Hold on. And then decided to... Am I wrong? I swear it can't bring out itself. You can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can special summon one level 4 Earth Fairy. One level 4 Earth Fairy monster from your graveyard except for a copy of itself. Okay. Yeah. So that's just not going to work to summon back. They really said sec and then said that was okay. That's crazy. But I guess like that interaction doesn't come up that much. Like a lot of people don't even play this card. So interactions with YuGiOh are just going to come up less than like the other Ishizus. Go for Kikalos. Kikalos effect to go search. Kikalos is going to go grab Heartbeat. And don't get me wrong, N3sh's hand was good too, just when your opponent has Shifter, like, your hand just isn't nearly as strong. Dark to take Shifter, and then link off into Elves, that way we can go for the Babushka. We can get hit with Shifter again, which is funny. Activate Terraforming, go search Zombie World, and then we're going to activate Zombie World and pass. And this is crazy. We have Floodgate number 1, Floodgate number 2, protecting our Floodgate. We have an out to Mystic Mine. So, like, we have the Floodgates, and then we have an out to the Stall card. Pass, they draw Toucan. They said Big Think, activate Adventure, banish Toucan from hand, and then go search. So go grab Robin, gain 500. Okay, activate Duality up next. And then look at the top 3 cards. See, oh my gosh, see Dark Ruler, but they still got Zombie World. I mean, I guess you can technically deal with some of this, right? You can Dark Ruler, you can map, you can summon, and you can normal summon. Oh, but you can't overlay because you just activate Duality, never mind. So, Past turn, yeah, you just have to wait. Standby phase, you have to detach. Also, this detaching can out Mystic Mine. Simon, he was talking about in his deck profile. Figured I should bring that up. Just because, like, a lot of people just lose to that card. But if you can make Babushka, it has to detach. And then when it can't detach, it'll destroy itself. And it doesn't activate to do that, so even under mine, it still has to do it. So if you have 2 level 4s and your opponent Mystic Mines you, you just make this, and then eventually you out it. Summon Rhino. Rhino effect. Oh yeah, that's banished. Rhino effect to go dump. They said no wait, no duality. I'll shifter. Okay, trolled there for a second. Dump Merely. And then Elf effect, bring out the Merely from the graveyard. Activate the Merely effect to go mill. So mill 3. And then they admit defeat. On to the next game. Can't reset deck. If I reload, I stay in, right? Yeah. Just refresh. And then on to game number 3. We're going to see Floowandereeze go first. Opening hands. We have Dark Hole, Instant Fusion, Planet, Keldo, Gamma. Okay, I guess it's time for N3sh to sack back a little bit. They have Map, Judgment. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I was about to say, there's no way they just opened this good again. But their last 2 cards are blanks. When I saw Map, Judgment, I was already like, this is insane. I saw Adventure, and I was like, nah, that's not real. That's not real. I'm gonna eat bird for dinner. Oh, and he sets 1. It doesn't last forever. It breaks. That's true. His draws Zombie World 2. So, go main phase, activate Planet. Like there was a world where even with this hand they could have lost technically if the opponent just had like a good. I mean, if the opponent had like a good hand plus like Harpies, Feather Storm. You need a lot though, because you have to stop the Babushka. Planet goes through. Oh, they're gonna Judgment it. I guess you just have to, right? You just have to Judgment Planet and literally pray that they can't do anything. But when their next move is Instant Fusion, that's already really tough. I guess you just Ash this and then pray again. Oh, you let it go through? That's just already game. Why would you let that go through? It's like you knew I bricked. Well, it's like, if they went Kikalos effect, tag out in the Rhino, right? Then like from the opponent's standpoint with this Ash Blossom, if they just go Kit, tag out in the Rhino, Rhino 1, Kit 2, like normal. Let's say you don't Ash, Kikalos completely misses, Rhino go dump a name, effect, fusion, Drago, game. You're at 4,000. So that was a misplay. Now we're gonna Dark Hole Kit, and then Kit effect, mill 5. Then let that go. That's gonna mill YuGiOh and Shaylin. Shaylin 1, YuGiOh 2. They admit defeat. Next is Splight Meta. GG's. Alright, what are the odds that they are on Splight? Or Sprite? Obviously, that was like before the name change. And then we are going to see N3sh versus Splight Meta. Alright. We're going to see N3sh win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Good luck. And then N3sh going to go first. 41 versus 40. Opening hands, we have Merely, Orange Light, Shaylin, Solik, and Keldo. They have Midoriya, Havness, Scream, Midoriya, Instant Fusion. So they do have Havness as a hand trap. Their hand's not bad. And then N3sh has a lot here. Would have Orange Light, Keldo as a hand trap too if they were going second. Activate the Shaylin effect, discard Merely, go mill 3. And then we're going to activate Merely effect, Chainlink 1. Any Kelbeck? No, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, activating Kelbeck is scary, right? If they're just on tier, you just get punished. And then Kikalos effect, Chain Havness. So Havness is going to summon, mill 3. We're going to see that be Shaylin, Solik, and Magma Mutt. Alright, so Kit's going to go do its thing. So you thinking on search? Said I am. Go search Rhino, new chain link, Shaylin 1, Solik 2. So Solik goes search out Shaylin, and then Shaylin putting itself back. And Havness on board to bring out Kikalos, and then Kikalos effect. And then they're going to chain Orange Light to negate and destroy. Kikalos Graveyard effect. go mill 5. And then, oh, okay, so they are playing sprite cards on their deck. You don't necessarily really need starter anymore. Your sprite engine in your deck is now stronger because of your Ishizu shuffle back effects. But I guess deciding I want to play a little bit stronger of an engine. And then activate Rhino Heart effect. In response, chain Keldo. And then this is going to be shuffling back, target Keldo, Rhino, Orange Light. Then they're going to chain their Keldo. Not sure exactly what they're going to put back. I guess it depends on their extra deck. Magmamut's going back for sure, though. I was going to say, if they are chaining this, Magmamut goes back for sure. They're going to put back Planet, Starter, Magmamut. Alright. Then put back Rhino, Orange Light. I was thinking maybe instead of Planet, there's a world where like maybe a Solic or Kikalos goes back. But we're gonna go Kikalos effect, especially because like we have Instant Fusion, so Instant Fusion Kikalos is pretty nice. Maybe they play 2, maybe they want Instant Fusion for Mud. But Kit tag out in the Rhino, new Chain Link, Rhino 1, Kit 2, mill 5, and then go dump. So mill Havnus, Magma, Shaylin, Scream, go dump Merely, new Chain Link, Havnus 1, Shaylin 2, Scream 3, go search Crime. And then we're gonna get to Fuse. So we're gonna put back Shaylin and Magma, bring out Mud, and then put back the Havnus, and then Kit Kalos. And that'll bring out Rukalos, overlay, make Abyss Dweller, and then set both trap cards. And then pass. Alright, Crime's not live at the moment, at least. Could become live. Pass, they draw Sprite Jet. And then draw phase, activate Abyss Dweller. And go main phase, activate Tier Element Scream. And okay, activate Midoriya, discard Midoriya, chain Rukalos to negate and destroy that, chain Solic. And the reason why they're chaining Solic here is because Rukalos is going to be sending the Solic from the field to the graveyard to search, and that's going to make our Crime live. And then, you know, the Midoriya is going to get destroyed. Solic effect goes search. So we're going to go ahead and grab a Merely out from the deck. Normal Shaylin. Scream mill 3. Hits Keldo there. Alright. You know, they are under Dwellers, so Havnus isn't going to do anything. Battle phase. Try to attack over for 100. It's gaining 500. It's losing 500. And then just pass turn. Draw a YuGiOh. So maybe hoping that they can't do enough. Because they know their cards. They don't know the top deck, obviously, but they know Merely Crime. And if they normal summon Merely first, then they get the mill 3. So there's a chance they just go battle phase, attack over, and then try playing. Or maybe they try playing first because they do have Crime live. But being over first does stop the mill 3. Yeah, and it's like you don't want your opponent milling 3. They can get so much off of that. Summon Merely, mill 3, hit Havnus and Kelbeck. We are going to now go ahead and just activate the Havnus effect. They're going to chain Midoriya and then chain Crime. Crime does need to discard the YuGiOh though. Oh wait, never mind. I lied. We did it to the Midoriya effect. My bad. Send monster, read Crime. Yes, so we can go over this now. If you read Crime, it's actually the same as Rukalos. So negate the activation, and if you do, shuffle that card in the deck. Alright? So we can agree. Do it. Shuffle that card in the deck. Then, send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. But, we did not shuffle it into the deck. So because we did not shuffle it into the deck, we do not get to this point where we send one monster from our hand to the graveyard. And, obviously, this is not going to be shuffled into the deck. It's the same as, like, Invoked Makaba. That's one that a lot of people know. If you activate, like, what was the super popular one? Oh, going like Alistair effect, target, and invoked monster in the invoked mirror match. They chain Makaba, discard monster. It will not be banished because it was sent from hand, it activated in hand, and it's in grave. And then you're trying to stop it and banish it, but it's in grave now, it's not in hand. Or like Misk, Makaba versus Misk. There was an Orcus one too. Something with Crescendo, I think. Yeah, Crescendo versus something. You know, I think it still shuffles. It doesn't, because it doesn't designate destroy, right? But it's in a different location. Yeah. So take your time to ask. I'm gonna take a sig. The president is Debunk versus Ash Blossom, or Invoked Makaba versus Golden Lord. Yep, those are both things that would work in this scenario. Tier element, Crime and Midoriya graveyard effect. Does Crime still shuffle Midoriya? And does Crime still have to send a monster from hand to grave? No to both. Alright. Glad we got that through. And a lot of people probably didn't know that. It was the same like when I told people about the Rukalos on tier graveyard effects you don't have to send. A lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people probably don't know this one either. I should probably put this one in the next things to remember. I actually have a few things I need to put in the next things to remember. And then Kit is going to dump Heartbeat effect to add back a trap from graveyard, trying to add back the Crime. And then they're going to chain Keldo. Keldo put back Crime, Rhino, and then there's Shaylin. Okay, now up next. I was going to say, are they going to link away so that way they can get Kikalis effects? Otherwise, they don't have any tiers. And it's not like you're going to pass with no plays. So, Kikalis effect, target itself, and then tag out back into the Rukalos. Activate Kikalis effect, mill 5. My favorite thing to do that with was with Kaleido. It was so clean. But here we mill Midoriya, Soranir, Orange Light, YuGiOh, and Magma. We're going to activate the YuGiOh effect to mill 5. So both players mill 5 here. Now the thing is we still have our graveyard interruption. They do not. They've used both of their graveyard interruptions this turn. So activate Merely effect 1, Shaylin effect 2. Then they're thinking if they want to do something else or not. They said sec. And then chain YuGiOh, chainlink 3. Okay, now they're going to be activating Merely chainlink 4 and Shaylin chainlink 5. And then chain Midoriya to go interrupt. So yeah, we're going to be putting back our own Dweller. And this is where the game ends. We're getting all of our effects resolving. Our opponent's not resolving their effects. They were already down a turn due to Abyss Dweller. We're going to bring out Garua, put back Merely, Rhino, Merely, and then Kaleido, spin the Scream. Overlay. Well, I was about to say, actually, you don't want to overlay first. You want to make Elf first, so that way Abyss Dweller can be pointed to where the Elf is. Yeah, a little misplay there. Make Elf, Garua, draw 1, but their opponent seems fine with it. Draw Shaylin, make the Dweller, and then do we use the effect to summon back? No, we actually don't have anything because we put back both Merelys. That's correct. Okay, so pass turn, draw planet, and then activate Abyss Dweller effect. Okay, it's a pretty good draw. Still have instant fusion too. Activate planet, go search Merely. Okay, I don't want to say they're out of it yet, but it's definitely looking better for N3sh than it is for his opponent. So go search Merely, and then normal summon Merely, not activating the effect of it. Special summon Jet, and then activating the effect of Jet. Jet goes through. So go search starter, overlay, make Gigantic, and then battle phase, try to attack. In main phase, they can use Elf to summon back a Dark or Orange Light. I guess like, oh, the last turn when I said they couldn't have used Elf, I mean, they could have brought it back. They could have brought back Orange Light, but what I meant is bring back Merely. I also need to do that. I've noticed myself doing that a lot, where like, and I've done it for years, pretty much my whole life, is I'll say something, but I won't say fully what I'm thinking. I didn't mean like bring back Orange Light or bring back Dark on the opponent's turn if they have a monster. I meant like Elf bring back merely, so that way Rukalos can send merely off field without like needing to Elf summon back the merely, and then you could like Rukalos stop, Kaleido send, merely fuse, and get all that. But that's not the case. It's not in the graveyard. So, but they're gonna make Gigantic and then try to go to battle phase, and they're gonna let it go through. They could have Elf summoned back, but they said, you know what? That's fine. It's not quite that big. It's only at 16, so you're only supposed to take 200 there. And then they're gonna make Zeus. You know, go Downer Zeus. More people were playing Downer Zeus in the deck than ever, because they learned about like the Charmer and the Elf into that play, which is nice. And then also just being able to do this is cool. It doesn't come up that often. But Past or Havness. And then activate Abyss Dweller. They said think. Because they could chain like Keldo or Mudoria, shuffle back a tier, get Planet Effect to pop, could out something. What would they out exactly though? Kaleido, it's whatever. You just lose if you do that though. If you do, you just lose no matter what. Is that the problem here? Alright, they're gonna go ahead and chain. Target Kit, Planet, Smashers. So pull back those three. And then Planet Effect Pop Rukalos can't come back because it was summoned off its own effect. But why would you pop that when you're supposed to pop this? Because now they're going to get Kaleido to out it. Because I was thinking like Planet pop this, but then they're just going to use the Graveyard effect, summon back out, and then send new Chainlink, Kaleido 1 Shuffle Zeus, Graveyard effect Chainlink 2, and then if you chain Zeus, like, you just lose anyways. But now that's what's happening here. Wait. Oh, yeah, it doesn't chain the effect. I mean, at that point, there's no point. Because you're doing more damage to yourself than help. But I think that could have been played a little bit differently. Especially if the plan was to pop... Oh, you would just pop Kaleido then, at least. I don't think they thought about Kaleido effect. Yeah, that's what it was. They didn't think about Kaleido effect. Get rid of Havness, summon, mill 3, and then they admit defeat. On to the next game. Actually, did they know that they had Havness? Right? They did, because the Shaylin wasn't searched. So they knew they had Havness. So, like, Zeus is just definitely never doing anything. Because that's, like, one of the best interactions that I like, is if they go Zeus effect and you chain Havness, it's always a W. Even if you miss, Havness goes to grave, W. But we got Keldo, Druis Worm, Midoriya, Kelbeck, Rhino. They have Keldo, Planet, Scream, Keldo, Smashers. This combo right here is so dirty. Free cards. Keldo, discard Keldo, summon, go search. And then they only have Kelbeck as, well, Kelbeck, Druis Worm as a hand trap. And then they have Rhino. They have a decent amount of engine. Keldo, discard, Mud's good too. And then they're going to activate Planet, go search, grab Rhino. Activate Scream, normal summon Rhino, Scream 2, Rhino 1, looking at the mills, not good mills. And then go dump Shaylin, activate Shaylin effect. They're going to chain Kelbeck to try to bounce back their Keldo, and then chain Druis Worm to try to banish their Shaylin. And then they're going to chain the Keldo on field to put back the Shaylin. So then that goes back, and then this will be summoned, and then they can get Planet effect if they want to pop. Well, I guess they might not pop that card. They might pop Scream still. Okay, so pop Kelbeck, set Smashers. Scream still has the mill 3. Yeah, I guess because like if you hit Scream while you're doing a searching Crime, and then Crime hoping that Kelbeck mill's good, but draw Havness. At this point, it's still scary though, because like, you know your opponent has Druis Worm. Keldo, discard, summon, go search a YuGiOh, and then they're going to activate Scream effect, mill 3, think of anything else, and then they're going to chain Kelbeck, target. Okay. they added a YuGiOh. So, yep, mill 3, mills Havnus, Solic, Blue. So the new chain link, Havnus 1, Solic 2. I'm turn player. Alright, I'm thinking if using triggers. I mean, you could a YuGiOh. If you activate a YuGiOh, then you chain Midoriya. Well, I mean, you activate a YuGiOh, effect, then you activate Midoriya, put back Havnus. You get like, 2 free bodies out of this YuGiOh. So, YuGiOh 1, Havnus 2, Solic 3, and then Chainlink 4, Midoriya putting back the Havnus, the Keldo, and then the Orange Light. They're going to chain their own Keldo, targeting their Kel back, so that way they don't get to summon it back off of YuGiOh, Blue, and Jet. Then they're going to chain Druis Worm to banish the Havnus. Okay, so wants to, get this on the field. It's a body. They haven't really committed much either. The opponent's kind of exhausted all of their plays. Grab Havnus. Whoa! I lied. No, I didn't. I didn't lie. I think that Druis Worm is really good. I think that Druis Worm needed to happen. Because otherwise, Havnus goes back in the deck. Planet Pop Rhino. Rhino affecting Graveyard. Start doing its thing. So we stop that. We put the body on board. Oh my god. Okay, they just go ahead and emit defeat there. Okay. I didn't expect that one. Sheesh. GG, run back, same list. E. Okay. Oh. Okay. See how long that match was, I guess. We see. Oh my god, it was like an hour long. Alright, so we're going to see N3sh end up sweeping there. It's only a 2v2, wasn't a 3v3, so the sweep doesn't mean that much. He's not going to get the janitor's broom out of me today, but ends up winning there 2-0 over Floowandereeze and Tier Element. I think that I should be able to get the replays for the second IronMan that they did, the run back. So if I can get the replays for that, I'll try to post that soon. And with all of that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.